Welcome back to Vampire Survivors, and today I have a little special for you because we will fight the Reaper again, because on my video I keep getting comments that it doesn't work anymore in the new update, and then I have other comments that it works. So yeah, we know it does work if some people succeed, but maybe there's a difference compared to the past. Something might have changed, and I can already say, yes, I noticed I'm more likely to receive level ups in comparison to the past. It wasn't as smooth sailing as I said in one of the videos that I made. Let's go for garlic this time. Let's go for... Okay, duplicator, that means no spellbinder. That is totally fine. Yeah, it wasn't as smooth as it usually was. I'm actually gonna reroll once here. Ah, well, okay. Yeah, I will most likely die. It wasn't as smooth sailing as it usually was. But it was still manageable, right? Like, it wasn't super complicated, impossible, or something like this. It was manageable, I would say. So let's get going with the typical build. I'll just get the main stuff that you would usually go for. And as always, make sure that you don't max out something, just because otherwise it gets taken out of the pool. Out of the pool of power-ups that are shown to you, that are provided to you. And, well, that can lead to a very big problem, where you're forced into picking something that you don't want to have. So far, it's looking really good for me. I have pretty much all the mandatory stuff that I need, and now it's just filling out whatever we want to go for. Spinach, perfect. Okay, and we are pretty much decked out. This is all the stuff that you want to have. Duplicator is optional. You honestly don't have to go for it, especially if you want to go for Spellbinder. But aside from that, we are decked out. I'm not too concerned what the last weapon will be. Honestly, there are guides or... Huh? Honestly, there are guides that tell you to not go for certain knockback weapons, and in my experience, I honestly gotta say, it doesn't matter too much. It doesn't make too much of a difference. Because in the end, it still heavily relies on you just hitting the Reaper, right? Like, no matter what you do, it just relies on that. So, I'm actually having an issue. Because I did some modding, I did a modded video where I would have infinite weapons and items, and it looks like I didn't change that back, so now I'm struggling more than you would, because I'm still getting stuff offered that I don't want to have. Now don't worry, I'll not go for this stuff. I will avoid it, but that just means it's less likely that I'll actually get everything filled out like here. So let me just reroll. There we go, Rune Tracer, Garlic, yeah sure, Knife, Rune Tracer, Empty Tome, Clock Lancet. The funny part is I'm probably more surprised to see that than you are, because I was 100% sure I removed the file. And yeah, looks like I didn't. That's not really good. I just hope that I don't get forced into a certain pick that I don't want to have. Empty Tome, Garlic, Knife, because we will have a lot of level ups. So what I'll go for is just stuff that doesn't matter if I'm forced into picking something. I can make one skip. Peachone would honestly be fine here, because it barely does anything. Armor also, Hollow Heart, armor totally fine, so I'll go for that now. That's really annoying. The other option is I redo the entire thing, but then I have to wait there for... How long is it? 30 minutes? Yeah, not a big fan of that. Let's go for Hollow Heart. Let's go for Clover, that doesn't matter at all. Let's go for Pomerola, you know, just to deck out a bit. So yeah, if you're confused what's going on, or what I'm doing here, I made a video where I used all the weapons in the game. Like, I unlocked, you can pick all the weapons in the game. Do I have everything? Yeah, we are pretty much set. So now I'll just avoid picking something that actually influences the fight. But it looks like I didn't change back the file while I was doing this run. And yeah, that's a bit sad. Let me get the Attract Orb, just to make sure that I have a lot offered. Let me get the Clover. Let me get the Attract Orb. Ooh, okay, we already finished. Ooh, quickly get over there. There's a Penta chest, we don't care about that. We just want one evolution, which is the 1000 Edge, and that's pretty much it. The rest, I went over here to the table, and all I'll do is just face up and pull the Reaper in by attacking him. And yeah, as you see, like, the rest doesn't matter. Those are all things that don't matter at all, because the Reaper one-shots you. Okay, second chest, let me quickly get that. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, that's actually horrible. Okay, let me face up. So this is what you would usually do. I'm just gonna show the damage numbers. The good thing is the Labora won't actually matter here. The problem is the Labora will actually knock back the Reaper and cause him to go into that direction that I don't want him to be. But you'll notice later on when I show the damage, especially of Labora, because we just got Labora, right? Like, we just got Labora in this moment, you'll see it doesn't matter at all. Like, its damage compared to the Rune Tracer is a joke, just like the knives, the 1000 edge. We also just got that, and we will check out both and see. The damage of that doesn't impact anything here. So why did I choose Garlic over Spellbinder and Empty Tome? Honestly, I just go for whatever I find first. Garlic Empty Tome, Garlic Spellbinder, Empty Tome Spellbinder, all of those work. What we are looking for is that the Reaper gets stunned here, and he doesn't go through. And this is where the Labora is a bit of a problem, because of its knockback ability. It will try to pull in the Reaper, because knockback usually pushes away the enemies, but because the Reaper has negative knockback, he actually gets pulled in. And this is exactly what we don't want to see. But it should still work. There shouldn't be a problem. Now, given, if you do this, I would say my success rate is probably around 50%. Like, on every second attempt, I manage to kill the Reaper. So even with my experience, I can't guarantee that I do it. And here, for example, is a good chance that I would have died. And if I don't freeze the Reaper, the next time he's unfrozen, he might break my entire shield and I just die. No, okay, worked out perfect. That was really good. If he wiggled to the left, I would have just died. And we just keep shooting, and now we died. But it's totally fine. Right now he's frozen in the middle of the Rune Tracers. You know that they are hitting when you see a crazy amount of numbers popping up. And there's another Reaper. Now this is a not so lucky one, I gotta say. It looks like he doesn't take full damage from the Rune Tracer, but I'll not move to mess nothing up. Because so far we are in a perfect position, where the left Reaper is not moving in, the right Reaper so far isn't moving in. And we get a decent amount of freezes on this Reaper here, so I expect it will work. There's the next death, but this is totally fine. We still have another revive left, and he just got frozen. And as you can see, there are a ton of numbers. It might be better to, honestly, now I'll just go down a bit and slightly bump up like this. And this might increase the amount of hits that he takes, but honestly, I don't think it makes a big difference. As long as you align somewhat with the table, it doesn't even have to be that precise. Like this here is a prime position, for example, where he takes multiple amounts of damage compared to over here. Just because it's pretty much guaranteed. But now, the Reapers start pushing each other into me. This is pretty much the worst thing that can happen, because this guy, as you just saw, will go over here, push this other guy away, but he died. And now I'm just gonna quit here at this moment, because now we can check out the damage, and you'll see the Labora did pretty much nothing. Like, yes, it was 10% of the Rune Tracer, but honestly the effect of these weapons is nearly nothing. And keep in mind, the Rune Tracer was only hitting one Reaper, while the 1000 Edge, okay, the 1000 Edge also was only hitting one Reaper, but the Labora was hitting all the Reapers around us. So while this damage looks significant, it's actually nothing. So yeah, just saying, it still works, it's no problem. Don't worry, having more passive weapons that I had here had no impact on this. And yeah, that's pretty much just it.